See, it was liquor nights and plenty blunts. Some would call that having fun. Puerto Rican.
Yes, sir. We back, man. Cloud Sessions, we in the building, man. It's your boy Wop.
It's your boy Autumn, man. We got a special guest in the building. You go by many names. Introduce
Many
yourself.
aliases.
I go by Mike Hazel for today.
Yeah, it's your boy Mike Hazel, man.
For the day, man. Like,
Yeah.
let's pop it,
Appreciate you
Mike.
coming through, brother. Yeah, how was your trip up here, man?
It was chill, you know, like nigga fell asleep the whole way through, but
Yeah.
couldn't
Cozy.
charge my phone, yeah, but I was cool.
Yeah. Cooling, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
Big
appreciate
cozy
you coming
vibe,
through, man. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? I heard you used to travel, so I heard you came from New Jersey. Or no, not New Jersey, sorry. D.C. to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that? How was it growing up in D.C.?
Yeah, so my upbringing in DC basically like I'm from Maryland but lived in Virginia as well, like so all that shit is pretty close together, and like the DMV, so it's like 10 to 15 minutes away, so it's like it's state to state, but it's not really. It kind of seems like city to city when you're living there. And then like had a lot of like my weekends would be in DC making moves, or just
Right.
just kind of like linking up with my family in DC. Like my aunt had a shop like on Georgia Ave by Howard.
That's
So
right.
yeah, so like I'm kind of used to DC, but like yeah. Then when I went to New Orleans, that was kind of my first time actually being away somewhere, especially like by myself. Like I didn't have any family there.
Right.
Yeah, so it was kind of like an adjustment, but it was cool as well. Yeah, I
Right.
got to open up. Yeah.
You got the open up.
Good
Sure.
adjustment. Let me know a little bit about like DC, and as far as like how did you like be like I got into creative scene, and then also like how did you make the decision to go to New Orleans from that?
All right, so how I feel like I used to always draw like from like drawing Pokemon or drawing Dragon Ball Z
Hell yeah, I
shit.
fucking love Pokemon.
Yeah, like that was my upbringing, and then kind of like tracing from there. And I was always thinking I was gonna be like a cartoonist or something, and then I ended up like applying to high schools like for art as well, and like I didn't get this one art scholarship, so I was like maybe that's not for me. It's people who are better than me. So I was still with the music too. I had homies who like always wanted to rap when we were young too, but that wasn't like nothing serious. It was just
Right.
like it was playing
Just having
around.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess in high school I kind of made a decision. I was just like, yo, if I do want to do this or see where it goes, I have to do it now, or else like I can't do it anymore, you know. So like that was around like sophomore year, and then just so happened my school that I went to, it was a private school, like, but they had opened up like a studio like there basically my sophomore year, so I got to be able to record for free, and just try it out in like a perfect studio. And then
That's dope.
yeah, and
So
then
it was like all sponsored by the school, paid for all that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, basically I'll go there during my lunches. Yeah.
Okay, get it in. Drop some bars real quick during lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, and then I would outside of school I'll record my homies and everything, and they would be kind of like going to different studio sessions, so getting like the kind of ground rules, grassroots coming up like studio mouse to bounce. And then basically like I think by the time I was applying to high colleges, I was just like, yo, I want to go to college for music, but it's not too many opportunities for somebody who wants to be a rapper, because you had to have like a lot of music programs and shit. But like Loyola, well, they were a school with music business, and that was something that just kind of like I was like, all right, forget it, I'm gonna go there. And then New Orleans is for jazz and the type of style that I'm
Right.
into, like just even hip hop like music is kind of has a jazz background, so that's kind of why I gravitated to New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's crazy. Like, yeah, so everybody, of course, like you said, New Orleans, Loyola, like that's a school in New Orleans right uptown, and it's a liberal arts school. Like, you know, it's one of the only schools like in the area, like at least at that like high level, that's gonna have it's gonna have that type of like artistic like shine, like basically. So that it makes sense. Like now that I'm thinking about it, that you would have like kind of gravitated towards there. Like for me, it almost seems like you always been like it's a creative space. Like you did the like you said you wanted to be a cartoonist. You was trying to what's that new show on Hulu with like
Shit.
T something, like it's called Woke. but like he go by. They say he was trying to be a cartoonist and things like that. But yeah, it just seemed like you went from cartoonist to like doing music and things like that. So it's like, where did that creative inspiration come from? You think, like, to begin with?
Shoot, I mean, I always like as I talk about it, like when I'm with my homies, we used to be playing like Grand Theft Auto and stuff, and he would be telling me about like Eazy-E, like telling me like about like the game being based off of them, like NWA and stuff, and I wasn't hip to that, like I wasn't hip, and then when you seeing Ryder with the hat that says like Los Santos, and he's seeing the Compton hats, it's like making sense in real
Yeah.
life, and I think those like ties as I was young, maybe like 8 years old, like as I was young, just kind of like got connected to that, playing Pokemon all the time, like all the time. I swear, like literally in car rides, like you said,
Yeah.
I was traveling when I was young too. Like we was always going on like tournaments, cause a lot of my family, they play basketball, so they were in AAU tournaments and stuff, and so we were always traveling. So I always had my Game Boy on me. So like I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
the Game Boy.
Yeah.
What was you playing on the Game Boy?
Yeah,
Bro?
I was strictly a Pokemon nigga.
Strictly
like,
Pokemon.
Every like.
No Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't play I was a card Yu-Gi-Oh dude. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely same.
Collecting the cards. Yeah. But yeah, I was on that Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon. I think that those also like those art styles are like definitely like those inspired a lot of things for me. Like I want to go to Japan, and I think that all of those are based in Asian cultures. It's like it's not something I like planned, but I think that those are things that sparked that. And like I was saying, I was playing Pokemon all the time, and then drawing that shit all the time. Like I will always be like, my mom, she worked for like architects and everything, so like she will always have different type of paper, and I will always be able to draw with different types of paper and
Different
like
textures.
yeah,
Right.
and just play with that. Like I wasn't just like printer paper all the time, and I think that got me to explore that without really knowing what it was doing for me. So I don't think it was intentional, but it was just like always getting different journals and like different patterns and everything, still drawing. Like I was always drawing, like from elementary
Right.
school. I have piles of stuff from elementary school still in my house, but like it's like all of that doesn't even touch what I'm doing right now. But I think that like it got that's kind of what sparked it, you know.
No, for sure.
As that boy Kanye say, multifaceted genius.
Multifaceted genius,
yeah,
yeah.
you got your hand in a lot of creative areas, bro. Like it's fire to even think about.
Yeah, because you got the papers, you got the skin ointments, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go into about that.
So what he's talking about is like some exclusive stuff. So like for like
Exclusive.
no,
Sorry, shit, I'm not
no, you
supposed to be
good.
feeling that.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah, it's like a cloud couch exclusive. But
Yeah, you know.
so basically like we have Dolowan like the papers, and I see that like a lot of people have CBD ointments and tinctures. So I want to kind of like step into that arena. So right now we're gonna come out with a hemp seed oil based shea butter product, and we have like a bath oil as well.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we're gonna kind of go deeper in. But yeah, right now those are the two bases that we want to start off with. But the only reason why I'm not like releasing it right now is because I just kind of want to make sure that like the papers is like stamped, and I think
No,
it
yeah.
is, you know.
Not for
So
sure. The papers are definitely stamped. I've never seen some papers like this. If you don't have some Dolowan papers, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
You ain't the one.
You're not the one.
What
And
you
if you
talking
don't have
about?
them Dolowans, you're not the one.
you're not
You
the
know what I'm
one.
saying? So what's the inspiration behind every single pack of the Dolowans?
All right, so like a lot of
Because they're all different.
yeah, so a lot of them are just like a lot of my art. Just kind of these are recent art pieces. I would say that this is from like October, last November, or like like December, that time period.
That's the one that you actually did.
Yeah, yeah. So like basically I like to I don't know, yo, like I was just like, yo, having art on canvases, I'm not gonna say it's boring, but how do you take art into a different arena? And at this time it was not like all these people on social media like doing their art thing, like
What
it
year was
wasn't.
this?
This was probably like 2014, 15, like
About right when I met you, like type shit in New Orleans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like around that time, like I was just like, how do I take it out of there? And I kind of initially put it on clothes, so I had it on bucket hats, like t-shirts, and like joggers and everything.
Bucket hat would be
Yeah,
fire. Oh man.
yeah,
I need a bucket hat, man. What happened to those?
man, that shit, it was just like, it was just too much,
It
and
was just too much
too much
drip,
to
right?
like, it was too much to like manufacture, just
Right,
like
right.
prices, and wanting to like sell it to people. It's just like, and people asking why is it $50 and shit, and it's like, bro, and it's $50 with me not, I'm not getting no money, like I'm
He
literally
was trying
getting
to match you,
zero.
like type shit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting
support your
zero.
local black
Yeah.
businesses, man. Don't
That's
ask
a
why it's the price, man. Just fucking.
that's a funny concept too to even think about though, like, cause it's like when we was like doing all the like like prime time, like trying to grow your business, trying to like dive into that atmosphere. People feel like you was charging them a lot, but like you really just you're not a big business. Like you're not able to like grab the surplus. You're not able to like do everything that the big businesses do to make the prices cheaper. Like how did you deal with that? Like to do that?
Yeah, honestly, it was a lot, but so I lucked out, and this company that I went through, they had like some coupons where every design you uploaded, you got like a $5 coupon. So best believe this one night I was
Stop
uploading
it.
so many,
Stop it.
so many coupons,
Swiping that
dog.
bitch,
Probably
yeah.
was like $700 worth of like free inventory. So I had like jackets, joggers, like two pairs of joggers, like a couple t-shirts, tank tops, like
Yeah.
hats and bags, and I just gave it out to a couple people. One dude, he traded me some for some cannabis, and it was a trade. You feel me?
You
A
trade.
little
Yeah,
barter.
yeah, a little
Oh, yeah.
barter. Yeah,
Little,
but
yeah.
yeah, like so it's just like that shit helped. Like it helped the spread of like what I was doing at the time without it being financially a financial gain, which was cool because I got to see that it was still getting out there. Which like when you're trying to build a business, I feel like it's better to like imagine selling one machine for $1 million or selling like your machine a couple times for 100K. Like I'd rather sell it 100 times because then I know I could do it even more, like forever probably, so that's kind of what I was learning like at that point. And yeah, so like yeah, I think I kind of got off track, but yeah,
Nah,
that's
that,
Oh, you know,
that's a
yeah.
fire concept. I like for sure. How you cause I met you like you was going to Loyola, like you was doing music. First time I met this dude, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
met,
gonna ask, how did
yeah,
y'all meet?
I'm at a concert. Matter of fact, like
Oh,
we
for
we
sure.
had, we used to go to this place called the Willow, like and
Yeah,
that
the
shit
Willow
was
Bar.
yeah exactly at
Shit
that
was
time.
jumping?
Yeah, it was like it used to be jumping, but then it got popping like type shit. But it
Mm.
was one of the spots that a lot of underground creatives would
Right.
like go to like because they were you would get it for little to nothing. So you either
Mm.
throwing a show for free or you could throw a show for something that like
Yeah.
was in means like for the
Reasonable
time,
price.
right? Like so everybody knew okay, like they got something at the Willow, like it's probably gonna be some like more like underground creative, some cool shit that you go to and link.
Right.
So we pull up to one of the shows. It might have been Bi Fest or something different.
Oh, Best
Like
High.
or not actually it was something before that. Like I saw him performing. He was just on stage. On stage, you had the bucket hat. I was like, oh shit, that's cool. Blah blah blah. And then like fast forward, like I think probably a couple weeks later, we met somehow, like in like because I didn't actually speak to him that time, but we had like ended up
Probably met
speaking.
in the
And,
house or something.
yeah, and then he was like, oh, I saw you with the hat, because we was doing a little company, the Zooted company, and then I was like, oh, I saw you doing the music, and then it was like just some normal, collaboration.
Oh yeah, cause I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had came through and performed one time way before, and they had their brand, and it was a couple of them with the Zuda hats, and that's what I had remembered. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, it was a vibe for sure, man. But yeah, nah, just being in that scene, like I feel like at that time it was a prime time, like to even mean like you went to Loyola, and then now you're like hopping into like a crazy kind of like underground scene where you got a lot of people around the city just really like linking and shit. Like I could like that inspired like the Dolawans obviously, but how did that like touch your music and things?
Um, like do you mean like how kind of like how does Dolowan meet my music and
Yeah, like and more so like specifically like you went to Loyola like people that you met like and how that kind of like started that kind of journey too.
And I feel like the New Orleans underground scene is like really, really prominent. Like it's really popping as far as like if you really tap into it. So like, was that an inspiration behind it,
yeah.
or like that even moving to New Orleans was that a reason too?
I mean, bro, honestly, I didn't even know. All I knew was jazz music was in New Orleans. Like, I didn't know none of the type of people I was gonna meet were like aligned to some of the similar things that I was interested in. And when I started seeing that, I think I just kind of met these people along the way and was like, yo, what's up? What's up? Always cool vibes. And then eventually we all like it end up like people just keep continuously being tied up and like we're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up, bro, I'm gonna pull up, yeah,
Right.
like in a just like genuine, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck with your shit, like, and it was different people, it wasn't just like the same circle. And because I went to a college, I had an opportunity to be able to meet even more different people who weren't just like from the city. So it was people who were doing cool things or people from the city trying to fund people from the school and everything, and I'm going to their events, and it was just such a mix of that where I think that that's where I was getting my connects and meeting all the people who I do know now, and just like all the inspiration of like, oh bro, yeah, like let's say with the papers, it's like I'm seeing all these people rolling up cigarettes and everything, and I'm like, yeah, like y'all don't be smoking joints, but I could definitely sell my papers still to y'all, like even yeah, like not even off the weed. So that's because at that time we was illegal, like weed.
Trapping papers.
Yeah, like we got like legalized in, well, I want to say 2015 was the year I started the papers, but I don't want to I want to say that's when it got legalized. And I don't know. I know it definitely got it in 2013, like, or 2014, but I know 2015 was a big year too. So like, but yeah, it was just like it was still underground. So I was kind of like, yo, I can't really be out there with this like cannabis. I'm selling papers because people gonna assume that it's connected to weed.
Right.
And but yeah, so like the music stuff I was meeting all these different people. I'm able to like, yeah, just like always what you working on and telling them. Just free flow, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see jazz definitely influenced like the artwork and the papers. It definitely gives me like a jazz vibe for sure.
Facts. What do you say your like musical inspirations like were or
Um,
are?
yeah, my musical inspirations for sure is like I would say Kanye. I'm gonna give you that because he's somebody who has so many different things. Like he's not just doesn't stick to one. When I was kind of coming up with Mike Hazel, who I want to be, Kendrick Lamar was in that category. Joey Badass, because he was of my age. Like Joey Badass, a couple months younger than me, but I was seeing somebody who was from like where like he's from New York, I'm from DC. It's like not too far away. Like we're similar, and I was learning from them. So like it was cool to see that.
That shit was fire.
Joey
Like,
Badass.
yeah,
Nice.
growing up with the Joey Badass having that. That was fire. Did you go to that
Badass.
random show that one time in New Orleans where he performed at Tulane? He was
Shit,
like with Laser or some shit like that.
shit, I don't even
That
know,
sounds like a
dog.
fire lineup.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something stupid.
Now that you say that, I might have, but son, I don't know. I know I did see him in New Orleans with this band, the Rebirth brand. I want to say.
The Rebird.
Yeah, yeah, he had
Check
a
out the
whole.
Rebird for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Get that link.
Alright, for sure.
But yeah, nah, Rebird goes stupid, man. You ever think about doing a track like that?
Man,
With like one of the instruments?
yes. So like when I first got to New Orleans, I met this dude Adam, and he was a trumpet player, and like I was just like, yeah, bro, we gotta collab and everything. And it's funny, he's kind of gone far to what he's doing and everything, but like it's just funny. It's just like, yo, I used to want to do that shit from the jump, but I think I got so caught up in trying to also become me as an artist that I never took the time to like do that, like link up with people who just play
Play
the
your
piano,
instruments,
or
right.
yeah, like I know a hella people who do that, but I don't like be like, hey bro, let's link for 4 hours and like just
Come up with
brainstorm.
some shit, yeah. Nice.
What's your process, bro? Like as far as like music wise?
Um, I personally just like listening to beats and just vibing to beats. So like if I'm in the mood to make music, I'll just like just pull up some beats or go to the studio and like make beats, and that's how it is now. It used to be kind of like pull up beats and like like just kind of vibe on that shit on the porch, smoke,
Hell
and and just let that shit come to me. But
Hot box sessions.
yeah, exactly. And I I do like reaching out to people like just to try to get new vibes too. So it's not just always beats from the ether. So that's something that I really want to do is more like pull up and let's collaborate. But I think that because I'm such a introverted person, it's hard to like be like, yo, this shit is good when I'm with somebody else. I feel like I have to have something and then pull up with them and then be like, hey, bro, now record your verse. But I don't really like that because I feel like when I was younger, I used to think that like, oh, somebody's featured on the song, that means that they're
They
homies.
pulled up and like actually sat down and made the song. Yeah, I thought that too. Yeah.
It is
These niggas made the song together.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
nigga had 9 features. They were all in the studio and made this track.
It's a whole vibe that it paints.
You know what I'm saying?
a
I'm
picture
like,
for you.
yo,
Yeah.
this is. They constructed this masterpiece. They all sat down.
Yeah, I
Fucking
used to
Nicki
think
Minaj,
that.
Rick Ross,
Oh,
Kanye,
yeah.
Jay-Z,
They
all
sat in the studio, guys
all
moved
in
it.
the studio
It
did
just-
monster. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
And that's different though. So I mean, I feel that you would like kind of feel weird about doing that, but at the same time, like you as an artist, you want to be in your zone. You want to be in your creative zone to create that. So you can't feel bad about about really not playing up yet, like until you have something like.
Yeah.
Speaking of hotbox and shit, you got any crazy hotbox stories? You know what I'm saying? You can write any crazy songs while you was in that bitch?
Man, shit, I got a hotbox story for sure. My homie, I'm not gonna say his name because he's doing good things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nigga, he's probably really gonna run like a Fortune 500 company, black
Okay.
dude. But yeah, he used to be pulling up in this little this orange little box car. I forgot what that shit's called. But he used to have hella people in that bitch. I used to be in the trunk rolling up, and
Yeah.
he used to just always be like, hey, Mike, come on, let's hotbox, and we just roll up, like always gang like just smoked out in the
Right.
neighborhood. But yeah, that was like
Oh,
during
regular.
Loyola. Yeah,
That's
regular.
okay.
That hot box.
Hotbox culture is.
Hot box culture is crazy, man. I don't think.
I would be burning in that
I don't think
bitch,
I would have
bro.
ever even tried to touch music or to touch like anything as far as certain conversations you have as far as a hot box. It like exceeds any type of moment when I'd be like, fuck it, like let's do it. Like me and this man, Beezer, a couple other people, we just every night you in a hot box session. And like you know what I mean? Like you just chilling, you vibing, you josing.
That's a
Like,
different
It's
type of
it's
zoned out.
milky. It's
That's a
milked
different type
out.
of zoned out. Cause there's always that silence, you know what I'm saying, when y'all realize y'all dumb high in this fucking hotbox, y'all just sitting there.
you
Quiet as a
listen, you
bitch.
listen at that point. You listening to music.
You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they don't be music off. It's just
Yeah.
fucking.
You just-
And then it takes that one person to break the sounds like, yo, oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we in this
You
bitch, yeah.
You got your own sound and shit.
That's funny, dog.
Fucked up.
Listening to the crickets, yeah. Nah.
Listen to the crickets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, nighttime, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love hotboxing though, but I do mention that shit hella in my music, so I'm not gonna lie, I just don't know what specific. Yeah.
You got any albums or like bodies of work that you putting together right now?
Yeah, so actually when I first came up to the Bay prior to quarantine, I recorded this project called Time Is My Only Luxury, and I had basically had a little experience, and I ended up recording that, and right now also when I recorded it, I feel like I rush out a lot of things, or I want to see how does it go when my music is baked, and I sat on it for a long time and then put it out. And so I'm thinking about putting it out either at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year. But yeah, I'm sitting on that. But yeah, and then I've put out this project 2 weeks ago, We Black Every Day, and it's just kind of about what's kind of going on, but also just a regular experience, cause it's yeah, certain people are getting killed on the news for sure, but right now we are I don't know. Right now, it's we go through this shit every single day. There's some people who don't have money right now. Some people who are begging for the fucking stimulus check right now, and it's people who are on EBT right now. It's like they've been on EBT before COVID shit,
Exactly,
like
shit ain't
that
changing.
shit doesn't fucking matter. And like yeah, so that's kind of what the project is. Just like I have a regular experience, and I don't want to be venting on Instagram every fucking day. Hey, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, cause it's like been happening. Like when I was 18, 17, I seen Trayvon Martin get killed off a World Star, and then it took a year or two later for the world to care about it for real. So like that's kind of how I just be feeling about that shit, and I think that project kind of embodies like that, but it's like I don't care if people want to listen to it or not, because it's kind of like
Yeah.
with our shit, they don't want to listen to it or not. They just
Facts.
be like, oh,
Listen to hear what they want to hear.
yeah, exactly.
Basically. That's real. I see you're into your photography too. Is that something that lets you vent, lets you relax?
Yeah, so yeah, I like photography is kind of like a chill art form that I don't really have to. I'm not gonna say I don't have to work to do, but it's like it doesn't have to be like mental, like sitting doing something.
Comes
Like
a little easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
and one of my homies kind of like was like, yeah, you should kind of pick this up because you have this brand and everything. So I picked up a camera, and then ever since then I've kind of been like with it. And also like when I was younger, I used to be playing with little mini cameras, but like I wasn't serious with that.
Right.
But yeah.
A little Kodak action.
Yeah, a little Kodak. Go to Walgreens, get them printed out.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's crazy though too. Like picking up like all of that, like because you had a brand. How do you feel like you really like have been molding your brand and taking that to the next level over the last couple of years?
Well, so I would say when I first started my brand, the key was to get it to new people, get it to everybody. It's like if this is a rolling paper company and you saying you want it to be better than Raw, people are like, oh shit, this is better than Raw. It's like nigga, then how about the other people in your neighborhood know? How do they get to know about Dolowan? So that's been my goals. Is like how do you best plug your shit like to more people, not just your friends. And so I've been kind of chasing that, and like whether it's been events, pulling up and vending at different events, different places, going meeting different people in different states, giving them papers, or like even when I'm just on regular trips and I randomly meet somebody and it's like we have a conversation. I think that they're a weed smoker. I give them the papers and they're like, oh, it's cool. And even if they're like, oh, I don't smoke weed, bro, but I like the art, I try to tell them to keep it because it's like I try to spread it like that, so organically. But I guess business wise, like since I've been out here, I've just been thinking like I don't know, yeah, just I don't know, just doing it like that, but just in a little bit more like making it stick, kind of like places that it is gonna stick, not just like to the individual person. Like I've given out Dolawans to people who I know that they'll never search on the Instagram or nothing, or they'll never tell like they probably are telling their friends some random dude gave me this, but I don't know, like it doesn't matter to me. It's like that could kind of come back to me. And I'll say it like this, like during these protests, I saw this girl. She followed the Dolowan page, but I follow her, and she was from Loyola, and I saw she was out in City Hall, and it confused me because I knew her from New Orleans. So like I was like, oh shoot, you were out there. I was just out there a couple weeks ago. I just been working and everything. She was like, "Oh, dope, yeah. I still got the Sam Wise Dolowan packs and everything." And it's like that shit. It's
Shit like that.
yeah, yeah. It's like
No,
that's
I bet that really taps in when motherfuckers still have the paper pack, you know what I'm saying, from way back in the day. Like these motherfuckers got their, the Zooty packs, you know what I'm saying, their, what was the name of the packs? The Paradise
yeah,
packs.
We
Man,
did two collabs with
two collabs, see, shit like that, yeah. People that keep that, hold on to that for years. Yeah, that's a good feeling.
trying to be like memorable, and that kind of goes back to the Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like those are like collectible things now. Like people really be like, it's cultures, big cultures behind that. Like even I don't like even with Dolowan. So on the page, I've never posted my face, and that's something that I try to like. I've never said, "Yo, this is Mike Hazel." I've never done a direct. I've done one direct Mike Hazel collab, and that was for like a single, and that was it. Like I've never. And when I first started, well, I guess because I put my art on it, it is kind of like Mike Hazel esque, but like that's kind of it. Like I don't try to put my name and attach my music to it directly on the on that page. It's just like, you know, I just try to like let it float, you know, so it can live after me.
Stay
Like,
mysterious.
Nah, I feel you.
Hell yeah.
Some organic shit, bro.
Hell yeah. Gotta plant those seeds organically.
yeah,
It's all about building a legacy, building your name forever. You know what I'm saying? Making a stamp. Is that major for you?
yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like major for me only because when I was younger, I used to look up to like them black heroes and stuff. I used
Right.
to, yeah, like I used to be seeing like
Motherfuckers in
them.
the history books. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like we did hella stuff, and it's like them people are gone, like they're not here no more, and they like, let's say like the traffic light that was made by like a black dude, like ice cream, like different things that we love. It's like
Shit, I was seeing the first successful open heart surgery was done by a black. Was it a woman? I think it
a
was
black
a
man.
It was a black man.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Crazy.
Yeah.
damn. I forgot dude name, but yeah, I know dude exactly. But yeah, I think he might still be living. But yeah, it's just
Shout
like,
out.
Shit like that. Yeah. Really pioneers out here. You know
and
what I'm saying? Give
it's
them
like,
some fucking credit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like we all capable. You feel me? It's like it don't
Right.
have to just be some shit like this. Like people are out here making medicine and everything, and they gonna be like, it doesn't even have to be like about that name or like that attached. Like Dr. Sebi, it's not like about, oh shit, this dude is like, we praise him. It's what he opened up for other people to do, like, so now like people can kind of like feel like they can live longer, you know, like if they
Right.
eat better things. I mean, you know,
Just putting that knowledge out there for people to actually live off of, you know what I'm saying, reciprocate it. That's crazy
I
because,
think
you know, people like Nipsey, you said Dr. Sebi, you know, their legacy is going to live on because of their morals and what they put out there into the world, like really lessons you can live by. So yeah, the Dolawans is definitely something I can, you know what I'm saying, live on for sure. I definitely want to collect get my, you know what I'm saying, little placard on the wall with Dolawans, you know.
I'm collecting all
Collectibles,
that.
yeah.
that's
I
crazy.
still got mine at the crib. I just need to be a couple more. I'm going to be collecting, you know what I'm saying, for sure.
It's one of your favorite papers, man.
Shit. One of my favorite packs is like the green like mini packs. That was like one of our first, like, I guess I had this project called like Sounds for Better Dreams, and it was like this little green mini like little pack. Um, and like I had 48 of those. That was like my biggest pack at the time too, cause prior to that I would be getting like 12, like not even 24 packs, 12 of each or whatever.
Right.
And like, so that was just really a accomplishment. It got to a lot of, I feel like it got to a lot of people. I sold it at like a party, that 2017 house, like I sold it.
Oh man,
You got a
that
whole
house
buck?
was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I ain't know, we got a
oh, was
whole
it the
bunch
2015 house?
I think it was like that joint on Carrollton. Yeah.
Yeah, so that house was crazy. So this like a huge ass house off on Main Street in New Orleans called Carrollton,
Right.
like 3 stories.
Oh,
And imagine
shit.
every day you got like probably 10 to 15 creatives sparse through the house. We just all vibing, just all kicking it, cause it's
Right.
like it's a moment. And like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like we don't really got nothing else to do. It's the summer. We just all
Right.
kicking it type of shit. It was like a central place that linked a lot of people throughout the city at that time.
Y'all was throwing parties and shit in that motherfucker?
Parties and
Yeah.
happening, yeah.
Yeah, I already know some regular shit happening in that
It was
motherfucker.
some fire shit, man. It was some down to earth shit too. Like I feel like that helped even with your like collaboration scene, like in a way that you meet like a lot of people like in that New Orleans or just like carry yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy though that you even say like the fact that you like introverted and everything. Like I would never know for the most part because like you were able to like push yourself out there and like link with people. You know what I mean? Like so it wasn't like something that like pushed you back or made it like a thorn like in your foot like they're saying like that's fire, man.
Yeah, the crazy part is because I knew that being introverted was gonna be something that could stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. I'm not gonna say that for the people out there to believe that, but it's just like sometimes people will be like, "Oh, that dude isn't about nothing because he's not talking about everything." But it's like I just knew that I had to put myself out there in different ways, like and I don't care about being like, I don't care about the whole attention and shit. So like it's cool like that kind of helps because with me being introverted, I like my own space. I don't like the people running up on me and stuff like, or like always hyping like the stuff. It's like that stuff is cool, but like like it like I feel like even for just other artists out there,
Mhm.
they want to people to know that they're regular people, and I think before I like went on this, I like really thought about that aspect along the
Mhm.
way, because it's like yeah, like I was a really private person, but now like mostly my life is my art, so it's nothing to hide for real. So like
Yeah.
that's been it's that those things have helped, like yeah, but that definitely I ain't want that to be like a thorn for sure, like yeah.
Yeah, it's major.
I feel that.
So what's your favorite weed to roll up in your papers right now?
Shoot, man, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite weed off the top is wedding cake, like wedding cake, gorilla glue, and but the threes
Yeah.
but yeah, like yeah, my favorite is the gorilla glue. Maybe some perp type weed, but
Right.
yeah,
Hell yeah, some wedding cake would be fire. You got any favorite cookies right now?
my favorite cookies.
Yeah, like the cookies, bro. You know,
Oh, a
they have the
cookie
whole
strain.
umbrella, you know.
or
Shoot.
sweet cookies, you know.
I'm
Right,
not gonna lie,
Yeah.
they got like some honey bun or some sticky bun. I've been wanting to try that, but
Mhm.
yeah, so shout out to that, yeah.
Yeah, shout out cookies, man. They for sure got some
Hey, we
flavor.
gotta get Dolowan in there. Look, burner.
You know what I'm saying? Stop
Tap
playing.
in.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying?
we already mobbed to
Best
your
papers out
store,
there.
son. Yeah,
For
Tap in
sure.
for sure.
tap
And
in.
you got the natty ones. You got some shit in the work, man.
Yeah.
What's the next maneuvers for you that you feeling like are you really looking forward to?
So right now I've been kind of like trying to go more deep into the merchandise. So like whether it's just been T-shirts and just add-in papers as well, and then just kind of like I yeah, you'll see us in the cannabis space and other ways as well. But yeah.
Hell yeah. Is that a major market you want to tap into the canvas world for sure?
Yeah, that's
I'm already
been
feeling
since the jump. Yeah,
it.
it's just been how to like do it in a legal matter, cause like yeah, that's the most important thing for like people who are
Yeah.
trying to do that. Like yeah, just definitely just do it the right way, and it's like even right now in New Orleans, they're gonna start programs to help you get those businesses up and everything. The
Mm.
city is gonna give you money, like they're gonna help you. So like
That's right.
try to get it the legal way. Like don't try to but yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, don't try to make
Stay
your own
solid.
packs and yeah, with those. Yeah, do it the legal way.
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
cool. So we gonna hit you with a couple hot takes. You know, first thing that come to your mind when we answer the question is take it that. So if you had to bring three things to the island, what would it be?
Shit, definitely I'm gonna have to bring a pee. I hope it's legal there.
Some gas.
Yeah, yeah, some guys, and I hope that they have some frontal fields or some shit there. Like, so I
Mm.
hope that could cancel out
Frontal
or
fields.
something.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring some music, but shit. Since it's a island, I'm gonna definitely have to bring some cassettes with the headphones and vibe out with no iPhone, and then
No, that's only three.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
iPhone
Only
and
three.
an
My
iPhone.
man was about to bring a
He
suitcase.
like, look,
yeah,
a
yeah.
suitcase has one, so I
Yeah.
can put whatever I want in the suitcase.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nah,
He didn't clarify the
then I'm gonna
question.
see
Yeah.
what the island has those, and then I'm good.
For sure.
I can dig it, bro.
So, Spider Man or Batman?
Spider Man, yeah.
Oh, Spider Man for sure. Why?
Yeah, that's just been my dude, son. He got infected, and that joint is in his DNA. It's like it's not
Right.
no
It
no
ain't
no
on your scene, you
devices.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All time.
If you had to bring one person who's not like really like known per se, like in the music industry, who would you put in the like hip hop Hall of Fame?
Damn. Like they're kind of like known, but they're
Yeah,
not
they
like
not like you feel like the credit's not almost there yet, or maybe even for you like that's the person that you fuck with the most.
yeah. I'm not doing this because I said Joey earlier, but I'm gonna definitely give it to him. I feel like he opened up like his camp. And like the whole thing that they were all bringing from the Beast Coast like movement, they
Yeah.
opened up definitely a whole space for all of us to just freely express, even on the third eye, like trying to be
Mhm.
on our chakras. They made it cool. um like Capital Steez. He basically passed away, but I would give it to him. I would give it to him for sure. But yeah.
Rest in peace for sure. That Beast Coast album, crazy. Just want to add that in there. That shit goes
They
crazy.
the new one.
No.
Yeah, it's a new one. It came out last year.
Oh, type shit.
Yeah, had
Yeah,
Flatbush
they
on that bitch. Fucking.
They
Kurt
did
Knight,
a
all that.
tour like with that one, I think actually. Like,
Yeah, I think I seen him in Miami.
and that shit is banging, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Crazy.
Flatbush. Shout out to
Yeah, shout out
Pro.
Flatbush. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Shoot.
3 people.
Yeah, I would definitely have dinner with Kendrick. I would have dinner probably with Burner to see what's up with that.
Great.
Yeah. Shoot, and then last person. Definitely Jay-Z. Like
No,
Jay-Z.
tough.
Yeah.
Too much game. Too much
Money.
Back to
But
Big
yeah,
bag talking, man.
You already know he got the he been in it. But yeah.
Yeah, you've been in for some goddamn years, for sure.
If you had to move to one place right now, the country, where would it be?
Right now Japan, like
Inspired.
For sure, really tough.
You haven't been there yet? Or
Nah.
Same thing.
No, I haven't been. I know a couple people in Korea and everything, so that would be kind of like the safe zone. But Japan would be the
Korea
route.
is the safe zone for you.
Yeah, right. Right. Only because I know.
My
two
homie
people.
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, my nigga, man. My nigga, Kim take care of me when I
Fuck with
pull
me
up.
over
Yeah.
here.
A couple gang.
Oh,
But,
tough.
but yeah, yeah, Japan for sure. Like somewhere where I could like freely be myself, but like nobody has to like bother me for like
Right. I can see you in a big ass hat, you know, and a fucking robe really tucked off. You know what I'm saying?
And
Really
this
tucked off.
Assassin's Creed,
Yeah, tight.
Samurai
For sure.
Mike. Samurai Hazel.
Yeah. So yeah, my name is Mike Hazel, and I'm a motherfucking.
I'm a motherfucking weed head, son.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Stay
for
elevated.
Sure. Stay elevated.
Yeah, stay elevated in the cloud couch,
Okay. How many times you can say
Oh,
cloud
okay.
couch in 10 seconds? What's up?
Alright, you about to start it?
Hey, we go start it.
Tell me when to go, like, you put it. Cloud couch, 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 cloud couch. Nah, I can't do that. Cloud couch, cloud couch, cloud couch, cloud couch, cow couch, cow couch, cow couch, cow couch, cow. Hey, but
Yeah,
we winner. 3 times. Let's go, man. Mike Hazel in this
hey,
bitch.
I gotta let y'all know though, son. I got something in the cloud couch right now.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
got
let's see what you got.
Oh, you got some gifts?
Couple exclusive.
You know what we got under the mattress?
Yeah.
So since I be seeing my homie Bree on the IG supporting so
good.
much, I got a couple new collabs for you.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Some of them not even on the site. You know?
Yes, sir. With a collab.
And then the collabs from Hishido. I got exclusive the bucket hat that I was talking about. That's one of the packs, like the Shivas. And then I got the studio that we run up in LA.
Hell yeah.
All type of gifts, man. This man came through and blessed us one time, man. I will let y'all see what's up in here, but I'm gonna leave that on the top for y'all.
Gifts of free gifts.
If you had one thing that you want to get out to the people right now, what would it be, bro?
Yeah, like just keep working with your people who are around you and just keep building and just be on a positive vibe. I used to hate when people used to always say that, but like just try to move with the best intentions and just know that if you want something it's gonna come, but just a little bit of work and just hustle for it, bro. Like we all struggle for it. Like everybody who's up there, they struggle for it and they can tell you themselves. So yeah.
That's tough, man. Hell yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you coming through, my brother. It's been smooth, man.
Yeah, real smooth.
Hell yeah.
Always
Cloud
game,
Sessions, man. We in the
always
building.
game.
Dolowan, man. Bring the
Yes,
paper
sir.
to you.
Yes,
Check him out.
sir.
Instagram. Tell him where they can find you at real quick.
You can find us at Dolowan on IG. Yeah, Dolowan on IG or Hazel on solo. But yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Appreciate y'all, man. Cloud Sessions, man. That's a wrap. Tap it. Let's go.
See, it was plenty nice and liquor blunts. It was plenty nice and liquor blunts.